A young boxer is often coddled until he racks up 20 or 30 wins. It is not very often that they face adversary that is not planned. Ryan Garcia is 21-0 and is diving headfirst into the competition. His last fight was a finish against Olympic silver medalist Luke Campbell. Early in the fight, Garcia was dropped, but Garcia rallied back and overcame the adversity to get the finish. In today's technical readout, we are diving into that fight between Garcia and Campbell and talk about how that knockdown will pay him massive dividends going forward in his career. We're starting where things look grim for Garcia. At 24, Garcia had many eyes on him with an immense social media following. On the biggest night of his young career, he gets reckless. Campbell reads the drop of the right hand quickly on Garcia. Campbell feints to the body with the jab and comes up top. Garcia thinks the cross is coming to the body, which Campbell was looking for specifically, and Garcia drops his right to parry. Over the top goes Campbell, and down goes Garcia. At such a young age, it wouldn't be too far to see Ryan Garcia fall from the pressure in this fight. It's a massive stage and he's young. Instead of succumbing to the pressure, Garcia roared back in a big way, ready to make a huge statement. After Garcia gets up, he still doesn't have all his wits about him. Here Campbell throws a similar combination, jab to the body off the level change, but this time he goes to the body on the cross. Garcia drops his hand again and throws a wide lead hook. Doing this against a better boxer would have meant disaster for Garcia, but he survived and now he has the tape to go back and watch. He can be coached up by Eddie Reynoso to keep his guard up in these situations. Now Garcia is all there mentally. We see a very veteran move from the young man as he steps on the lead foot of Luke Campbell. This is a controversial move, but not exactly illegal. In a southpaw versus orthodox matchup, the two lead foots are on the same side. This takes away the planting ability on the front foot from Campbell. He cannot rotate on the ball of his foot, and this gives Garcia the chance to land some cleaner shots while not in as much danger from the return punches of Campbell. Garcia comes with the foot stomp again, this time getting higher up on the foot and frustrating Campbell, as you can see in the return fire. In the technical readout on Jose Zepeda and Ivan Baranchek's banger of a fight, we talked about how the outside foot advantage and how it creates new angles for the fighter with the advantage. Garcia gives that up to Campbell a little bit in this fight here, and this is an example of that. Campbell steps in on the outside lead foot of Ryan Garcia. He does it again and Garcia thinks it's time to go. But because Luke Campbell has the outside foot, the power hand, which is his right, is out of line of fire. What Garcia should do here is when Campbell steps to the outside, he slips the jab to the right and pivots out that way, opening a squared up Campbell who is a bigger target to hit. Now Garcia is mixing things up and we can see him going to the body here. Campbell is relying on the long guard throughout the fight and Garcia is realizing that. With his lead hand out, Campbell is worried about the power coming to his head from Garcia and keeps his hand high. Garcia goes to the body here and lands clean. This is a sign of things to come. Here is another mistake from young Ryan Garcia. He's not yet comfortable with the negating techniques against a southpaw. Campbell gets in here and instead of pivoting, he tries to use his forearm to frame Campbell off of him. While this is a good technique, Campbell steps around and now Garcia's back is to Campbell. In the fourth round, Garcia finally stops letting Luke Campbell play footsies and starts getting the advantage himself. This is a great example of why the outside foot is so important in a fight. Garcia makes a big step over and around Campbell's lead leg, foot trapping Luke Campbell. Garcia has the opportunity to throw some big shots and put some hurt on Campbell. Campbell's guard stays high, however, and he manages to get away safely. More foot stomps from Garcia here. He doesn't let Campbell get away and throws some long shots that come close to the mark. This is where Ryan Garcia really gets his mojo back from the second round knockdown. Here he is controlling the lead hand of Campbell by pinning it to Campbell's head and keeping his hand on top. Campbell steps in, and instead of letting him get the lead foot advantage, Garcia steps over and squares up, landing a check hook that stuns Campbell just before the round ends. Garcia comes out firing in round 6. Known for his hand speed, Ryan Garcia is putting the pressure on Campbell after stunning him at the end of round 6. Just look at the killer instinct from Garcia here. He knows when to go for the kill. All the head hunting pays off for Garcia at the end of the fight. Now Garcia steps in with Campbell weary of the pressure put on earlier in the round from Garcia. Garcia throws the lead hook to the body, stepping in and throwing the punch at the same time, getting just the right amount of power in and just the right spot to shut down the liver of Luke Campbell. Campbell cannot get up, and Ryan Garcia gets out with a win. Exposing a young fighter to adversity can pay off massively in the end. It's part of the reason we are seeing longer amateur careers like Vasyl Lomachenko and Alexander Usyk have been doing. Garcia getting dropped in the second only to come back and put Campbell away in round 6 gives Garcia the confidence when he goes on to face someone tougher. When he's inevitably knocked down again, be it by Jojo Diaz, Devin Haney, or whoever, Garcia will have a "I've been here" mentality. Then, this can carry him further than people think. Going through adversity is something that can take a fighter to the next level, and Garcia could have done just that with his big win over Campbell in 2021. Thanks for watching.